Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Can you people hear me? How is everybody doing out there? We are just getting set for another edition of the Wavell Starr Show. I'm glad to see that I am back. Finally, took a long break because I had to do stuff over the springtime, over the summertime, and I just didn't get around to doing any podcasting, and that's okay, because every once in a while you got to take a break. But here I am with season 3. So, without further ado, how do we do this again? I need to go to this. See, I haven't done this for a while. I'm out of practice. Give me a break. And then what? What is this here? Oh, yeah, we got to do this, right? Okay, yeah. Let's do the thing. Let's not forget the ad. Let's not forget the... The Wavell Starr Show is proudly brought to you by the 306 shop located at 2322 9th Avenue North in Regina, Saskatchewan. As you can see, they have made the brand new Wavell 306 shirts. And if you want one, you can hit me up, or you can head on down to 2322 9th Avenue North to the 306 shop. All right. How is everybody doing out there? I guess it's time to say... Welcome to the Wavell Starr Show. I'm your host, the First Nation sensation, Wavell Starr, coming to Facebook Live with another edition of the Wavell Starr Show. This is, of course, Season 3. And it's a big season because we have to build it up, right? Last season was a pretty good season, but this is going to be even better. I got lots of things planned for the year, lots of ideas conjuring up in my mind, and I can't wait to get started. So, for today, let's talk a little bit about what's happening right now. The vaccine passport. Let's talk about the vaccine passport. Is anybody out there having problems with my Sask Health record? I had heard that some folks were experiencing long delays trying to get through. So I know that when I went and created my account, that at that point you had to do some sort of a thing to verify your information. So I had to get a PIN, and I know that I waited on hold for hours, and but I eventually got through. See, that was the whole thing. I had patience, so I waited, and I eventually got through. And once I got through, it took literally like probably 15 minutes, and all of my vaccine information was up there on the screen. And so I was able to get my downloadable PDF, and I have that, and that's worked every place that I went. Now, when Saskatchewan first got the QR codes, I was pretty happy that I had the QR code right away. I ended up going to Manitoba, and I went to a restaurant, and I was going to use my slick QR code, and I went to pull it up, and it wouldn't come up, and I was like, what's going on? And apparently there was some sort of a big security breach, but I know that everybody probably read about that on the news already. So that was kind of a little bit of a fail, hey. So what we won't call it a fail. It was a little bit of a stutter start right off the bat, but that's okay because eventually they got it going, and I'm happy because I didn't have to do anything. I went and logged on, and my QR code is there, good to go. I took a picture of it. I use it as my screensaver, and things are good to go. And yes, exactly. Chevy screenshot that bad boy. So that's exactly what I did. And so far, where have I had to use it? Okay, so I've used it at a couple of the gyms. So Good Life, is one of the gyms that I go to, of course, managed by our good friend Alexander Prime. Do you remember Alexander Prime? Anyways, he was an old HIW superstar. He's now the manager over at Good Life. And they've got a very slick process. You go in there once with your government ID, as well as your Good Life, your Good Life swipe card. You show your proof of vaccination, and you sign, your electronic signature on some sort of a waiver or verification of some sort, and you're good to go. And it goes right on your file. So as soon as you swipe in, when you get there, it shows that you're good to go, and you're good to go. The only thing is that over there you do actually have to wear your mask while you're working out and all that. At another gym that I go to here in town, I was able to do the same thing. I just emailed or texted in my vaccine passport, my QR code, and the PDF, 2 sets up in Rochdale Boulevard. I also go to that gym. It's an awesome gym, really, really hardcore. They got some super heavy dumbbells, and it's not like I can lift them anymore, but I just like being around them. It makes me feel hardcore. So I also go there. I like to train there in the mornings, and it was the same thing. So I emailed them or texted my PDF. As well as the QR code, and they had my ID already, so I'm good to go there. So the process is here. So far, so good. But I am hearing that some people right now, of course, there's a mad rush to get them because there's mandatory now, right? And lots of people waited till the last minute. Also hearing that there's lots of big lineups for vaccinations as well, because now for a lot of the places that you want to go, you're going to have it. So we'll see how that goes. And now I'm kind of wondering how the folks are doing. I do understand. I do understand the folks that have concerns with not wanting to take the vaccine. But now when it comes to the point where you're going to be like really, really excluded from a lot. Sounds bad, but like you're not going to be able to go permitted to go to a lot of places or do a lot of things that a lot of the general public is going to be able to, unless they do it. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how convicted people really are in the next little while. The Wavell Starr show today proudly brought to you by Aquafina. Just kidding. They don't sponsor me. They should, though. I drink it all the time whenever we have it. Although there was a big shortage recently. I don't know why. Water. Yeah. We got to buy water. Some of the First Nations reserves in Canada still don't have it. They still have to buy Aquafina. Sorry for that downer. Didn't mean to do it. Okay. So the next thing now is the booster. There's boosters coming out, and I know that some people have already got them. And are you going to get one yourself? And people are asking, am I going to get one? And I sure will. I've already got the first 2, the Pfizer ones, and if offered for a booster, I'll either take another Pfizer or maybe I'll take a Moderna just to mix it up and, kind of stack them up and see how they both go. Maybe they'll get some sort of synergy of vaccines. Let's just mix them up, see what happens. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it sounds like a good idea. Why not? It's like bro science, right? What else? Thanksgiving coming up. Big Thanksgiving long weekend this weekend, and who knows what is going to happen. I know that everybody wants to get together and have turkey and pumpkin pie and all that, but is it allowed this year? I guess I haven't been paying attention as much this year. Gordon Livingstone, me no never. Never! I hear you. I don't agree with you. I got them myself, but I hear you. So Thanksgiving. If you're going to have turkey, enjoy it. What are some tips for Thanksgiving so that you don't be overly gluttonous and make an absolute pig of yourself? Don't eat too much. And what you can do is focus, first of all, on the meat, the turkey meat. Focus on your protein first. Then you pick your carb after that, so it's probably going to be the potatoes. Then make sure you take some of the vegetables, because you know that there's going to be vegetables. They're always over there. They're somewhere close to the cabbage rolls, but be careful with the cabbage rolls. They taste really good, but if you have too many... At least me anyways. So yeah, try to keep it healthy. Focus on, and have a plate of salad. Have a plate of salad before you eat if you want. And then of course, if you just want to pig out and enjoy it like I tend to do, go ahead and do that too as well. There's nothing wrong with enjoying really, really good food if it is made for you. Oh yeah, any word on the interview with Boss? Was looking forward to that. Yeah, Boss got busy that night. He sent me a text and said, bro, so we had to postpone, and that's all good. We will get around to that eventually. Ernest, and good to see you out there, man. What else we got here? Not too much more in terms of the news. Okay, let's just get to a few of these questions. And then we will get to the week ahead. Questions. Okay. How old were you when you started lifting weights? I started getting serious about lifting weights around grade 11, grade 10, grade 11, somewhere in there. I messed around with it, in grade 8, grade 9 or whatever. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I had a I had the Hulkamania work set like everybody else. And, I turned on the tape. Really aging myself right now, but who cares? I'm 48. Handle it. Yeah. Used to love the Hulk Hogan workout, and I did that religiously for quite a while. And maybe that's probably a good way that I started to get in the routine. It was discipline, right? Building that discipline, right? Since I was a little kid. Do you still wrestle? I wrestle just as much as everybody else in Saskatchewan right now, which is never. So before the pandemic, I wrestled not very much, and then I had I had one match. 2 summers ago. I had one match last summer because there was a pandemic. And since then, nothing. But I will be wrestling for Donnie Condello coming up October the 29th is RCW in Calgary, Alberta. Because I love going to Calgary, Alberta. And we have the Tony Condello shows coming up in November. So we will be doing Winnipeg and I believe Peguis, Manitoba. We will be coming out your way. Looking forward to getting back in the ring. It's been a while, but I definitely miss being out there, miss connecting with the crowds. I love wrestling on the res, serious. It's one of my favorite things to do. The crowds get so into it, and we look forward to coming out there, Winnipeg and Peguis. Who is your favorite tag team of all time? Everybody knows British Bulldogs. British Bulldogs for me. Heart Foundation as well. But British Bulldogs would go first. Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith were my favorite of all time. What did you eat today? I always have an egg white shake in the morning. So that's 2 cups of egg whites, half a cup of oatmeal with banana and peanut butter and sugar-free Tang and ice, lots of ice. That's meal number 1. Meal number 2 was another shake, except with this was post-workout, so it was with a scoop of Gatorade for the simple carbohydrates. And 4 slices of toast. 4 slices of toast post-workout in the morning. So with that protein shake. And then I had a tuna shake. The infamous tuna shake. And if you ask nicely, I might show you on video. But really, it says, so think of it this. I know it sounds gross. It sounds gross, a tuna shake. But really, when you think of it, what you're doing is you a little can of tuna, you put it in your mouth, and it takes you forever to chew it. It's like chewing rubber. So you chase it down with water, right? You drink like a gallon of water eating 1 can of tuna. So if you just kind of blend it with an ice cube or 2 and a little bit of water, the blender kind of chews it for you. I know that sounds really gross, but think about it. Because 1 can of tuna is not very much fluid at all. Like when you blend 1 can of tuna with a little bit of ice and a little bit of sweetener and a little bit of peanut butter, it's like not very much in a cup, and it's a lot easier to drink it than to chase it down with water, is what I think anyways. So that was tuna for that meal, and then I did cardio, and I had another shake, and then I just had 3 slices of frozen leftover pizza that I warmed up in the oven, because there's nothing wrong with pizza, right? I'm not a professional bodybuilder, and I don't need to pose on a stage or nothing. I can eat pizza, okay? Everybody knows it's my favorite food. What is your favorite condiment to put on fries? Vinegar! Vinegar! You kids know nothing about French fries with your fancy seasoning salt and your ketchup on the side. You need to have vinegar and salt and nothing else. Try it. Believe me. Believe me. The best thing is, and especially those old style French fries, like the kind that come in like a brown paper bag, you know, those kind like you gotta unwrap and stuff. Put some salt and some vinegar on those bad boys, and that's all you need. I swear. What are your favorite pizza toppings? I tend to like the all dressed because I like a lot of I like a lot of meat on the pizzas and a lot of topping. I like a lot of vegetables as well. So usually the all dressed, or if I strip it down, it will be pepperoni, salami, onion, and green pepper. What time of the day do you like to train? I like to train at 6 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. and I have a protein shake first thing in the morning and drink my coffee. And I need that time in the morning. I wish I could get up and drink my shake and just leave like right away. Like I know a lot of people can train as soon as they wake up. I need a little bit of time to wake up and drink coffee and that kind of thing and get moving because I'm old and my body hurts. Yes, Jay. I am early bird guy at the gym for sure. Listening to positive affirmations through Spotify, doing stretches, doing yoga stretches, and using my stretching strap and my yoga therapeutic ball and all that kind of stuff. Deadly boy, real deadly. What time of the day do you like to? Oh yeah, so 6 a.m. Favorite pre-workout. Ooh, favorite pre-workout. Okay, I don't mind. Like all of those are good. All the like the new ones that you get at the GNC or Popeyes or whatever, you know, the dry scoop or whatever. They all taste pretty good. They're fruity and stuff. But as you can see, I'm an older guy. I'm 48, and I come from a different era, and I still like ephedrine, caffeine, and aspirin. It's the old school, and you know. You get it at GNC. Like you buy the ephedrine at GNC or Popeyes or any health food store. Caffeine tablets, the same thing, and the aspirin. And I just believe that it's the best. They're probably better ones, scientifically engineered, that are likely better on paper or whatever. But I know what I like, and I know what works for me, and that's one that I kind of like. So I tend to use that one more often than I use the pre-workout. The ones that you scoop. I find that you get a tolerance to those really quick. I notice like when I buy, say like a C4 or whatever it's called, I could take one scoop and, you know, I'll be bouncing off the wall. And then after, 5 days, it's maybe take a scoop and a half or 2 scoops and kind of build up your tolerance. And I don't really like that. What else we got here? Favorite beer? I don't drink. I haven't drank for almost 2 years, but when I did drink, it was Coors Light and Sleeman's, low carb. Because at the time, I justified it by saying it's okay because it's low carb. Still makes you fat, man. Serious. All booze, even vodka, all the stuff that they say, oh, there's no carbs, so you can drink it. Yeah, it's still booze, man. It's not good for you. Sorry, I don't mean to be bad about it, but ever since I absolutely 100% stopped drinking alcohol, I have found that my fitness levels, my energy levels, everything is so much more improved. One thing people may not know about you: racquetball. I was a racquetball player. Played for Team Saskatchewan. I competed at the World Junior Racquetball Championships in Miami Lakes, Florida, a couple of times. I was the top seed in the boys 16 and under. I think it was 16 and under, I believe. Canadian National Championships in Winnipeg. If there's any historians out there, you could look it up and find it out. It's true. Favorite drum group, Northern Cree. Favorite men's fancy bustle dancer. Let's go forth, my bro. Let's go forth, man. These I think they're like White Lightning when you dress up on a Sunday night and put on the white paint and stuff. And then Poncho Brady, he was pretty good, man. He was awesome to watch. Lots of fun to watch. Favorite fancy shawl dancer. Pass. Favorite podcast. Bro Chat. I watch a show called Bro Chat. It is with bodybuilders, and they sit around talking about what they eat and training and all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. So it's a really good podcast. I like watching that. Jim Cornette. Anything with Jim Cornette, I tend to watch as well. I think he's hilarious, and also, of course, one of my mentors from earlier on in my career. And what is up, Dougie and Mumphy? What's up, my man? Booze is hard on the cardio and blood flow. It sure is, man. Favorite restaurant? Carnival in Winnipeg. Carnival in Winnipeg. It had like all you can meat. Like they go around with meat platter, like steak and all sorts of other stuff. So, yeah, I'd have to say that place. Steak or chicken? Steak. I'm going to go with steak, but I hardly have it. Steak is so expensive nowadays. Don't you remember, like, when you can get a big package, just now I'm dating myself again, get a huge package of steak for not very much? Anyways, it's really expensive now. So if I do get a chance to have steak, I tend to have some steak, I guess. Chicken or beef? Chicken! I don't eat a lot of beef anymore. I started cutting down on my beef a couple of years ago. I eat mostly white meat. I'm not a vegetarian or vegan or whatever. I eat egg whites. I eat chicken. I eat moose, wild meat. But rarely eat beef. I find that I don't know if it's my age or maybe I always was and just kind of got used to it, but I find it harder to digest. And, of course, aging, you worry about heart problems and circulation problems and that kind of stuff. So I don't really eat I don't eat beef. So chicken. Favorite coach? Alex Smith was my coach at Tom Collegiate as well as at the Regina Rams, so I would say him. Frank McChrystal was awesome too. He was hilarious. And it looks like we have someone sitting here. Brent, are you there? I think we might have Brent. I'm gonna put on my headphones and see if I can bring him in. Because if I don't put my headphones on, there might be feedback. I can see him on there. Hey, Brent. Wait for me, buddy. I'll be right there. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Okay, here you go. Let's bring you in. Let's bring him in. Let's see what happens.
Can you hear me well?
Hey, man. What's happening? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Nothing. Just my mic is kind of weird. Like delayed.
No, you sound good on my end. Can you hear me on your end?
Oh yeah, I can hear you on my end. It's good.
Right on, man. Where are you at this evening?
Oh, I'm at home in Big River.
You're at home in Big River, eh? So, do you remember the big match that we had in Big River before COVID came around and before this pandemic? We had a match in Big River, and you and I'd have to say we damn well kicked some ass. Do you agree?
Oh yes, yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
So, how long have you wanted to be a professional wrestler before that? Because I noticed that you caught on to it really, really fast. And for the viewers out there, Brent doesn't have a lot of professional wrestling training, but we had been talking, and I had been kind of telling him what to watch on YouTube and stuff like that. And then we had some time to get him in the ring and teach him some stuff. And wow, he picked up on everything really, really fast. And that usually doesn't happen unless a person is a fan of wrestling. Have you been a fan of wrestling all your life, or is it a new thing? And if you are, who are some of your favorite wrestlers?
I've been a fan of wrestling since I can remember, I guess. My favorite wrestlers used to be back then, like the Extreme Team, Hardy Boys, and Taboo, like extreme style kind of wrestling, ECW days.
You like the ECW stuff, like the table stuff and the chairs and the ladders?
Oh yes, that's when to me that's when I knew it was kind of real a bit.
Yeah. So, what was it like for you watching it all those years as a kid growing up and being one of the people in the crowd to actually being one of the people in the ring?
It was a changer. Like I really didn't see this day coming. It is a good thing though. I don't know. It is kind of hard to put into words. Like it is so unreal.
It was unreal, and I got to tell you that it was unreal because I witnessed it. And if anybody saw the video, it would you would see a lot of good stuff on there. But if you were there in person, you would have felt the energy. And I can tell you, Brent was super over in the business. There's a
Oh yeah,
term that we
especially
use called
living at
over. The
home,
crowd
the
loved you.
crowd and everything.
Yeah, and in fact, after the match, when you were leaving, you had a hard time getting to the dressing room because the crowd was mobbing you. All those kids, eh?
Oh yeah, the kids they went crazy. They loved it.
Right on, man. Well, Brent, I'm glad that you came to say hi to the people, and I wanted to give the people a sneak peek of what we've been talking about and some of the things that we have potentially planned for the near future. And right now, your cousin Kimmy Wan and my cousin Kimmy, what's up? How you doing? But we've
Hey,
got, yeah, we've got some plans, ladies and gentlemen. I have been searching high and low for extra members to bring into the Fabulous Creebirds as well as Western Warriors. And now that we have Brent Hennique aboard, we are now looking to take him on the road when we start planning shows. Because, of course, right now, things in the communities and, here in Saskatchewan, the pandemic, the numbers are a little high. But we are already starting to plan for it. So watch for that, ladies and gentlemen. Wavell Starr and Brent Hennique will be hitting the road in the very near future. Brent, do you have anything to say to all your fans out there?
oh yes, like what Wavell said, you guys will be seeing a lot of us. This is just the beginning, my first experience, and the journey's gonna continue.
Right on, Brent. Thanks a lot for coming on here and talking with the people this week. And I promise you folks that Brent will be on here again. And I can't wait to show you how good this kid is at pro wrestling because he's picking it up just like that. And it reminds me of myself when I first started as well because it was Principal Richard Pound that had showed me some stuff. And I caught on really fast, and he told me that he knew that I had a future. So I felt really good about that, and I can say the exact same thing about Brent. So we look forward to that, and also I just wanted to thank everybody that has been watching the Wavell Star Show, everybody that was here this week. We look forward to seeing you the next time. However, in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of the Wavell Star Show. See you next time. Bye bye. Later, bro.
Later.